You are listening to Lifted You Weight Loss with Annie Jensen, episode number 5. Now I can tell you. Hello, darling. I'm Annie, and I'm here to connect with you. I know we understand each other. We show up, we live hard, and you and I do all of it, carrying the same burden. But here is the most beautiful truth that I've learned over years of struggling with my weight. We do not have to live with this burden. So come with me because you are not alone in this. I'm ready to share everything. My story, my friendship, and every piece of value I've gathered along the way. My purpose is to lift you as you move forward on your own path to light, loving, and lasting weight loss and build something that finally works for you. Darling, there is a life waiting for you on the other side of this process. So let's ease this burden. Let's build what's already within you. Together we'll create a lighter, lifted you. Hello, sweetheart. I would like to start by sharing something really special with you today. We're continuing to learn about your weight loss foundation. We're still in clarity. We're going to get more specific with that today. But this is also the part where I am going to start introducing you to a very personal and special part of my life. And I'm presenting a lot of it in writing, as I've mentioned it, and I'll share that with you here. But I am ready. And I truly never believed in my life that I would be at a place where I would be sharing this with anyone who wanted to listen. But it's precisely what I have learned about clarity and what I am going to share with you over the next few episodes that I'm finally in this lighter place in my life where I can share this with people. What I experienced when I was younger and then really through my whole life regarding my weight. And I love that I'm at this place, and I do believe that it could help someone. It's very real, very relatable, and very special to me. This is something that lived in my mind and my heart for years and years and years. It didn't come out very often at all, but it's time. This is an introduction to what was once heavy and harmful, but now feels light and valuable. I'd like to start with what I have called a storm of errors. I weathered a storm of youthful ignorance. Painfully reliable, the cruel words were sown like dark seeds into the soil of my development. As I grew, thick weeds emerged inside me. They pushed downward, embedding harmful beliefs, and twisted upward, obstructing my view and casting a foggy shade over parts of my life. It hurt, it was heavy, and it followed me, instilling a deeply distorted perception of my body and parts of my mind. That weed garden crumbled my foundational support for a healthy weight identity. Any chance that I had for a clear lens and a loving personal understanding was taken from me. Thanks to a good upbringing, over the years, those weeds climbed mostly upward, maintaining course and not spreading into my overall sense of self-worth. And my doer was smart and strong. Even in heavy moments with heavy wings, she kept me moving forward. Those weeds never fully debilitated me. Despite the burden, I lived incredibly, surrounded by love and purpose. Thankfully, in my adult years, I've expanded my knowledge and have worked to dig up that tangled mess inside me. I'm finally getting there. I thank God that that space is mostly clear now, and I work each day to maintain it. 30 years later, now in my 40s, and after all that personal work, I can finally look back and see that time through a clear lens. Unobstructed by weeds and fog, I see those disastrously emotional experiences for what they were. Simply an unfortunate string of events. But in my youth, I accepted those words as truth, only to ignorantly reap a deep distortion of it. As the years passed, my mental glitches grew, they deepened, and they manifested as misguided thoughts and behaviors in my life. For decades, my doer had to persevere through a fundamentally flawed paradigm built into a sweet young mind and a vulnerable heart. Darling, it's so much better now, and this is why I chose the name Lifted You. With intentional maintenance, I am living mostly without this burden today. I am almost there. I feel lighter, clearer, and free. I am overall lifted out of that useless mess, grateful for the experiences and grateful they are over. And I want that for you. Maybe you don't need to dig out weeds or clear out a thick fog. Maybe it's just a light mist that needs lifting in your life. Either way, I know you want to leave it behind. I want you to live free of it, unstuck, moving forward with clear eyes. That's what we're meant for. So let's get to work. We've talked about clarity being the second layer of your foundation. And as we learn and work and change together, that clarity will come. I am looking forward to getting even more of it. I'm excited for you to start to see it. And eventually, it will become an entirely new understanding and perspective after we've been working for a while. Today, we're going to start to clear the weeds and fog by introducing some beautiful foundational clarity. Okay, we are going to get clarity in so many different ways. This new principle is one way. It's both simple and profound, and if it feels a little abstract at first, that's simply because it's an unfamiliar way of thinking. But once you get it, its simplicity is so useful in everyday life. So stay with me. It's not mystic, it's intelligence, and it'll be a tool in your pocket for the rest of your life once you get it down. It's called the essence of you. The essence of you is the inner you, the part untouched by any circumstances in your life. One might describe it as your soul or your spirit. It's a powerful perspective I first learned through the work and help of Dr. John Connolly and other mental health professionals. After applying my understanding of the essence of you to my own weight loss, I shaped my experience into a framework that you can use every day. And I could not have done it without Dr. Connolly's brilliant understanding of the human mind, this perspective that he has so graciously shared, without my sweet sister who understands it so well and has helped apply it to me and share it with me, and then my own provider who helped me really understand and experience this perspective for myself. So this is my personal adaptation and presentation of the concept of the essence of you for weight loss. As I mentioned, the essence of you is not the only principle that brings clarity, but it's the one to begin with for sure, and it's the one to return to whenever you need a reminder. So think of the essence of you as your home base for clarity. As we apply the essence of you to your weight loss, I invite you to see it as a new way of thinking. Even if it feels different at first, remember to stay with me. It's valid and it's incredible, and it will strengthen every weight loss tool you have and every effort you make. Wherever your self-belief sits today, the clarity that comes from understanding and feeling the essence of you will lift you up, place you on your sunny sidewalk, and show you what's possible for you. Next week, you will feel this part of yourself and see why she is so capable of losing weight. The rest of today will prepare you for that. So let's get clear on what I mean. The essence of you shows up in two beautiful ways in your life, as your essence and as your doer. We've talked about your doer a lot. This is where she comes from. Your essence is the true capital Y you, your presence, your nature, your soul. It's the light shining through your eyes and smile, untouched by mistakes and unlimited in potential. Your doer is that same essence, but in motion. She's the part of you who shows up in hard moments, moves you forward, and creates change. She does the action work in your life. Think of them both like sunlight. Okay, your essence is the steady light inside of you, the steady light itself, and your doer is the warmth and energy from that light. So when I say essence, I mean the capital Y, you. When I say doer, I mean that same you in action. When you see them both clearly, your path forward sharpens into focus. Together, they make lasting change possible. Your essence shows you the truth about yourself. You can feel it, you can see it, while your doer turns that truth into progress. If this sounds complicated right now, please believe me that I understand. Stay with me. It's going to be amazing. It's going to become so simple for you to access your essence and your doer in a matter of seconds and apply her directly to your weight loss. And then it will just be this thing that you do, and you will approach moments in your day in a totally different way, and you'll be able to move through the areas where you have been stuck. So stay with me. Your essence and your doer bring you clarity in any moment. Now, let's apply that clarity to real life, specifically to your weight loss. What does this have to do with weight loss? The essence of you sets you apart from both your body and your experiences. Okay, every challenge you face happens within your body, which includes your brain, but none of it happens to you. This distinction changes everything. So listen close. Your essence and your doer are not your body, and they are not your brain. They are you, which means they are never defined by any struggle you are going through. But because they are you, they are uniquely qualified to guide you through it. Your essence understands what's happening without judgment. She remains steady, clear, and capable. She is untouched by cravings, any of your setbacks, or your distorted beliefs. She is steady, unchanging all the time. And your weight has nothing to do with her at all. Because she is so constant and capable, she can then work with your mind to design a way forward. From there, your doer steps in. She takes that loving plan and she puts it into motion, one choice, one step at a time. Together, your essence and your doer allow you to experience weight loss in a completely new way. You begin to see and truly understand that your challenges do not define you. In fact, unless they add value to your life or represent something that is possible for you, they actually have nothing to do with you at all, because you cannot be touched by all of that. You are the essence of who you are. And those challenges simply give your essence and your doer new opportunities to help you grow and change. My friend, learning this new perspective is going to give you so much clarity and freedom. You have to be open to this little mind shift in your thinking. But once you do it, you are going to be able to see yourself from a completely different viewpoint. You are looking at your experiences, your struggles, your surroundings from a place that feels like and tells you that it's okay. You can do it. They are not me. So even though I'm experiencing them, I can handle them. All right, time for some real life practical examples so I don't lose you and so that this concept can start to seep into your brain and marinate a little bit and eventually cement in there. A quick note really fast. When I'm talking about the essence of you, when I say your body, it may sometimes include your brain, depending on the context. When I say your brain, I mean it separately. The part that thinks, plans, interprets what's happening. When I talk about your brain, I'm just talking about your brain. When I say your body, it often includes your brain. It will make sense when I'm saying it. I just wanted to make that distinction really quick. You'll naturally sense the difference as we go. Okay, sweetheart, thank you for your trust. Let's apply this beautiful intelligence to your life. To truly understand, feel, and then apply the essence of you, we first need to separate you, the capital Y-U that I've been talking about, your essence, from your body. Your body, which includes your brain, is not capable of defining who you are. You have a body, but you are not your body. You live within it, but it is not you. Okay? You need to understand and feel this difference. Here are some examples. This one I specifically learned from Dr. Conley, and it's awesome. Imagine a close friend of yours lost an arm in an accident. You're about to see her for the first time since it happened. When you greet your sweet friend who survived this accident, are you going to say, "It is so good to see you. I'm sorry that only part of you could come today"? Of course not. That is ridiculous. Your friend is not her lost arm. She isn't less of herself because she lost it. She had an arm, She has another arm, but who she is has never been defined by either. Okay, thank you, Dr. Connolly. Here's another example I caught one night while watching Castle with my husband. When I heard it, I popped up right away and jotted it down because it so perfectly conveys the essence of you. Sitting in a coffee shop late at night, Detective Beckett, Castle, and a sheriff are all discussing the murder of a woman who had gone missing several years before. The sheriff makes the comment, "So, they finally found her after all these years, huh?" Detective Beckett looks him in the eye and corrects him. She wasn't found. Her body was. Do you see it? Who you are cannot possibly be defined by your body, by your weight. Your body is simply an incredible shell for the unique essence, value, and light that make you, you. Oh, my friend, this is so good. It separates you and your immeasurable value from all of the weight loss drama that we have lived for so long. You are not your body, and you are not your brain. In all its complexity, your human brain is going to make mistakes. That's why those bugs are nestled in nice and cozy in your weight identity. That's why that beautiful nature scene in your mind's eye is blurry. So no, the essence of you is not even in your brain. It's your powerful, ever-present self that you can access and you can feel in your mind. The essence of you will help your brain clear those bugs and run smoothly based on the truth. You are not your body, you are not your brain, and you are not your experiences. Remember when I told you that the moments that seem to have, quote, gotten you where you are, those experiences that are embedded in our memory, in our heart, the ones that make you feel like you can't lose weight, remember when I said they are nothing? That's right. Nothing. The past is simply a name for things that are no longer happening and no longer exist. Those experiences are gone. They are not you. We'll learn to keep their value and use it in our lives, but just release the rest. Oh, my 13-year-old self just had no idea of this wisdom, and so she lived with heaviness for years and years. But that heaviness is gone because it feels like freedom today. It feels like it's not a big deal. So here are some real life examples to help bring this concept home and hopefully help lighten some of that heaviness that may be living in your heart and your mind. You are not your body, you are not your brain, and you are not your experiences. You are not the time you went wedding dress shopping with a pit in your stomach, worried nothing would look right. You are not those painful moments in the Italian coat store watching your two best friends try on to die-for leather jackets that you knew wouldn't fit. You are not the secretive snacking or the evidence you buried in the trash. You are not your body struggling to keep up. You are your perfect, steady soul, completely separate from anything negative you've ever thought or felt. Here it is in even more simple words. So simple, in fact, that they might sound cliched without the context of the essence of you, but they are not. Think about what they truly mean. They're clarifying and they're powerful. They separate you from the vessel you inhabit and from the bugs in your mental processing. As you hear them, let these words gently separate you from your experiences and open the door to clarity. I'll specify body or brain next to each one just to help you see where the strongest connection lies. Okay, you are not your habits, brain. You are not your urges, brain. You are not a person who has always struggled with weight, even if your body has carried extra fat your whole life. To your brain and your body. You are not all those weight loss plans that didn't ever work, brain. You are not the dread you feel while picking out your clothes, brain. You are not your decision to binge last night, brain. You are not your diabetes diagnosis, body. You do not need a seatbelt extender on an airplane, even if you used one this morning, body. You are not your decision to eat 12 Oreos in 10 minutes, brain. You are not the words you heard when you were younger, brain, and you are not your genetics, body. Time for some final thoughts. The essence of you, your essence, and your doer, you, are defined only by the value of your existence and potential, which is immeasurable. That means that you are fully capable of managing every weight loss challenge that shows up in your body or your brain. Will it be uncomfortable at times? Yes, but always within your ability to move through it. Will your body and brain create limitations and frustrations? Of course, but you'll grow stronger in navigating them. You'll learn to process through any experience, keeping what holds value and dismissing the rest as simple distractions, standing in your doer's way. Your essence sees what is true. Your doer acts on it, and together they make progress inevitable. I can look back on terrible, hurtful things that were said to me and see them simply now as distractions that got in my doer's way. All right, let's recap for today because that was a lot of content and it's thick, dense, but at the same time, it is light and hopeful. At a young age, cruel words planted seeds of error in my weight identity. Through clarity, I was able to see the truth and have lost almost all the weight. Life is so much lighter for me now. The essence of you and your doer, is who you really are inside. It differentiates you from your body, your brain, and your life experiences. Every factor that contributes to your body's weight struggle happens in your body, not to you. You are separate from your weight loss situations and struggles, which means you are capable of rising above and managing them moment to moment until that clarity eventually develops a new perspective, a new understanding, and a new life. Next week, we'll move even deeper into clarity by feeling the essence of you. So just a heads up, you'll need a little time to be present and reflective while you listen. So if you have little babies, I know this is so hard, try to find 15 minutes next week where you can sit in the quiet and feel this experience that I'm going to offer you. Okay, before then, think of a place that feels incredibly special to you. Somewhere you can just completely be yourself. If you could close your eyes and go there right now, where would you go? It's okay if you've never been there before. If it's a dream, that's just fine. So hold on to that image, darling. You're going to need it for what comes next. A special thank you to Kimmy Jackson and Heather Reynolds, licensed professional counselors, and to Dr. John Connolly, creator of Rapid Resolution Therapy, along with other mental health professionals who have made these transformative frameworks accessible for learning and healing. I have been able to take this intelligence and specifically apply it to my situation, and that is what I'm offering to you. So I could not have done it without the work of these professionals. All right, darling, I will see you in a week. Have a light and loving week. Until then, bye-bye. Hey, don't forget to follow the show if you haven't done so yet, and leave a review so that I can put your name in a drawing to win one of 4 surprise Venmo deposits. That is going to be super fun. And if there's anybody you're thinking of while listening to the podcast, send it to her so that we can start building our community here. Thanks, darling.